4 million.
Great.
Take one.
What's your name?
My name is Sherman Rosenblatt.
And where are you from?
I'm from Key West, Florida, and Philadelphia.
And what is your product?
My product is the most advanced and the most effective antimicrobial wipe for sanitizing, for personal sanitizing.
Fantastic. And when did you start inventing?
I've been inventing, I was a young chemist at 15 or 16 years old, and I've been inventing ever since.
And how old are you now?
I'm 87 years old.
And this is your latest invention?
This is my latest and I think my best invention. I conceived this invention many, many years ago, and obviously I was retired, but I thought it's most important to bring this invention to light because this invention treats superbugs and biofilms and many of the bacteria that we are not able to treat today.
And how many patents do you have?
I have about a dozen patents, but some of those patents are government secret patents.
Okay. How much money is it that you want from investors, and what percentage are you willing to exchange for that investment?
I believe I need about $800,000, and I'm willing to give away about 20% of the company.
And where do you expect to spend that $800,000?
The $800,000 will be spent on developing a facility, equipment, inventory, packaging, and labor to carry out production and management.
Thank you. What is so interesting or unique about your product?
My product is based upon iodine. Now, iodine has been recognized as being the finest antimicrobial, except that nobody could harness the benefits of iodine. If you have too much iodine, it can be non-biocompatible. But with just the right amount of iodine, it is the most effective antimicrobial, killing bacteria, viruses, all kinds of spores, and there's nothing on the market right now that has the power of iodine.
And how will this product be helpful to the general public?
Well, everyone who's threatened today with superbugs and is fearful of the environment would be interested in protecting themselves.
Thank you. And is the product patent pending?
The product is application is pending, but the technology patent has been written and is waiting to be issued.
Okay, is the product being used anywhere else right now?
Yes, the product is being used for treating the most critical chronic wounds. Today's technology has not been able to successfully treat wounds that my latest technology is able to do that. And so this product is being produced right now as a wound care dressing.
So your thought is that if it can really kill the bacteria involved in chronic wounds, that it could definitely sanitize people's hands?
At least, yes.
How does it work?
It works by releasing iodine from a solid state matrix. Iodines are available in liquids, betadine and other kinds, povidone iodine, but these are liquids that mix with body fluids, and these body fluids neutralize the iodine. The IoWipe iodine is complex or combined and not impregnated in the matrix and is released in a controlled manner at a couple of parts per million, which is all that is necessary to kill the bacteria. The excess iodine is screened out, and so that the material doesn't smell like iodine, doesn't in any way
Stain.
like iodine and is not sticky like iodine.
So why don't you give us a little show here? Why don't you show us what the material actually looks like and demonstrate simply what someone would have to do in order to clean their hands?
The material is a very soft, moist chamois that comes in a zippered purse, and all you do is remove it from the purse and just wipe your hands in a natural manner for a minimum of, let's say, 5 or 10 seconds, and between the fingers. And if you're coming out of a bathroom where you're loath to touch the handles, the material has very good traction. It won't slip, and you can open up the handles with no problem. After you use it, you simply replace it into the zippered pouch, and it's ready for the next application.
And how is it that you can tell when you've used up all its bactericidal properties?
Remarkably, the material has an indicator that when the iodine is dissipated from the matrix, the matrix turns white. This indicates that the material no longer has the requisite amount of iodine to treat the wound, and the wiper should be replaced.
So it sounds like there's a lot of benefits to having a wipe that you don't have to throw away, that you can use again and again.
Exactly. This is a green product that there's no bottles and no wrappers and no tissues to throw away, and it's very, very convenient because it can be kept in your purse or in your pocket, and is available at all times.
And how is this product more effective than, let's say, the alcohol-based wipes that are now on the market today?
Alcohol has been around for decades and has not caught up with the present requirement for an improved antimicrobial agent. The alcohol gives the user a false sense of security.
What are the factors that determine how quickly the product will turn white and need to be replaced?
It depends upon how dirty or how infected your hands are. But we have a product that's been used in an acupuncture clinic now for months and used by 5 practitioners, and it took about 2 or 3 months for the product to turn white.
Great, thank you. How did you come up with this idea?
I was a life support chemist for the Apollo program, and I was concerned both for the lateral transfer of infection among the astronauts, but more important, I was worried about bringing a strange antibiotic to the moon. So I kept thinking about this, although most of my effort was in the fuel cells, but I kept thinking about how to harness the good properties of iodine and apply them to make our astronauts in our space travel faster. One of the things that spurred me about iodine was simply that iodine is a natural substance in the earth, and maybe it would be a natural substance on the moon.
Thank you. Last question. How do you feel about this as your legacy invention?
Well, I came out of retirement because I felt there was a need. I was brought to Walter Reed Hospital's recovery ward, and I was flabbergasted at how our veterans were stacked and being treated with conventional antimicrobials, and infection was rampage. And so I could not rest. I had to bring out this invention and apply it to treating our veterans' wounds. But as an outgrowth of this invention, we're also very, very sensitive and very, very vulnerable to all the bacteria, and so it would be also a boon for consumer sanitizing.